in growth related roles, let's say someone's in BD, someone's in business development or marketing or sales. These people can explore a lot of things. They have targets to achieve. They can explore a lot of different traffic sources, revenue generation sources. That's fine. What about roles that are boring? Specifically, let's talk about, let's say, customer support. Okay. Let's say, like, specifically in e-commerce, customer support is boring. Like, this is the feedback that we've got from the people who do customer support for us, usually out there, virtual assistant from Philippines, all of these guys. We personally, like, this is a challenge that we have, and a lot of people that I know have, that how do we keep these people together? Yes, you can let them know where the company is going. Yes, you can let them know what we're doing. But then on a daily basis, these people get bored doing the same set of things over and over again. So how do you ensure that these people, stay connected, and that these people are also growing as you grow? Because maybe your revenues are growing, but the same customer support executive, let's say, is doing pretty much the same thing over and over again. Same set of problems are showing up, same set of responses are being given. So what is your take on that?
That's actually a very interesting question. So, back in the times when I used to manage most of the team myself directly,
Mhm.
one thing that I did, Nishkarsh, was sit down with everyone and tell them why their job is important. So even if someone joined at, my front desk, I would literally sit down with them and tell them why they matter to V Commission. What is it that they can do that can spoil our reputation? And no matter what, that should not be done. So, like for example, I think, let's say even HR can be a very tricky job. But if you ask my HR team that, what is your role in recommission, you know what they will answer? They will answer, we are like a salesperson, okay? They will answer,
Mhm.
we are the face of recommission, and a person's first interaction with the team is through us. So we need to make sure that we are giving the same impression about the company, and we are selling the company to a candidate so that we can hire him. So I think this is
Mhm.
something that really needs to be done. For example, my operations team, where their job is, if I very mundanely put it, it is data entry. They have to
Mhm.
map files.
Mhm.
We have millions of conversions every month, so they have to map which is approved, which is denied, and they have to upload it. If I put it very mundanely, but I think that's the most important team in my organization, because number one, they have all access. Number two,
Mhm.
they have access to even modify the data. So, not just look at it, but even modify the data. And number three, if anything goes wrong in that department, my whole company can fall apart. Now, this is something that I know, but if I don't tell them that, you are my most trusted people in the organization, and if anyone is asking you to tamper any data, then you just need to come to me very, very quietly. So I think that's the thing that I kind of do. I try to sit with people and tell them what the department stands for, what is the management expectation out of it, why they are important to the organization. I still try to do it, once every 6 months, which with all the different departments, and even talk about challenges. So while I'm trying to tell them that, I might sit with HR team and I might try to tell them, again that, this is what we've got to do. You guys are my foot soldiers and you have to do it for me, etc.
Yeah.
At the same time,
Mhm.
I will also give them freedom to tell me the challenges that, these are the roles and these are the salary expectations that we have in our company, which are not at par with the industry, or etc., etc., anything. So
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
think that's the two-way communication that we really need to have with each department, with each role, so that they feel empowered. And
Mhm.
I feel that, like for example, a department like customer success, the
Mhm.
mundanity of the job, it's not just for e-commerce, it is across industries. You look at KPOs, you look at call centers, you look at, support centers. It's not just your and my company. It is the role. What we can do for people is give them a good experience, give give them an assurance that, when we grow as a company, then they will have a senior role, and if they
Hmm.
continue to do their job well, they are going to be the next torch bearers for us. So I think that's kind of what I believe in, being very
Hmm.
honest,
Hmm.
basically. So if a person is working with you in customer success and he or she is doing very well, it is most likely that the next person that you hire will be under him, right? You will try to keep
Hmm.
maximum
Hmm.
people away from you as much as possible. So I think just
Hmm.
keep on communicating these things which are mostly running in our heads, so that people also know that we are planning something for them, and if
Hmm.
it might happen, then they are at a much higher advantage.
Awesome. That's great. In fact, quite honestly, when we started this session, I had no idea that it's going to go in this direction. But this is so great. This is just awesome because these are diamond, not even gold. These are diamond nuggets for people who are at a stage wherein they are planning on, planning to
Thank
scale.
you.
People who, running small businesses, have a couple of team members, because I know that we've struggled with this so much, wherein we want freedom, but then if we leave them, on their own, things get really screwed up, because this is one mistake that we've made, wherein, okay, we hire people, we just let them know what they want to do, and then we, and like, these things that you mentioned, I'm actually taking notes. This thing about you mentioned something about an all hands meeting wherein you share the positives and negatives. This is one thing that most people don't do. They would share the positives. Like, this is one thing that I'm guilty of as well, wherein we tell the positives, we keep them motivated, but then we don't really tell them what's going wrong. And the interesting thing is, I'll tell you, my dad was saying this thing to me, that your employee, even the lowest level that you have in your company, will know everything about what's going on. They will know your
Yes,
revenues, they will know your profits, they will
yes,
know every single thing, even if they have no access to anything. So it's very important
absolutely.
that, rather than letting them identify that, just be very honest with them about the problems and what's going on and what's coming, because so that they feel that, we're in it together. That's very important. You mentioned something about rewarding people with rewards, incentives, bonuses, keeping them motivated so that they feel that, yes, they're being appreciated. It's like running any relationship, like, this is what I've realized. And a lot of times people don't really treat their team members like, real human beings. They don't really focus on relationship building, like they do with their customers. So I agree with that. And you mentioned this thing about letting your team know that why do they really matter, what is it that they're doing, how their role really contributes in the long term vision of the company, making them feel valued, and of course asking them that what is it that they need. The challenge is being in communication, speaking up. Awesome. Like, these are really, really great things.